When you're planning a family holiday, it often feels like you have to make a choice, right? Do you go for pure relaxation, or do you stick to your religious traditions? Well, today, we're going to look at a place that's basically asking, why on earth should you have to choose?
Yeah, for a lot of families, that question it's everything. It's at the very heart of every single vacation plan. It's this constant tug of war, isn't it? The freedom of a getaway versus the structure of your spiritual life. But what if it didn't have to be a choice? And this is the real challenge right here. Just think about it for a second. Imagine trying to observe Shabbat, the Jewish day of rest, in just any old hotel. The logistics, they can be a total nightmare. So what happens? Well, families end up having to compromise. And that can kind of water down the whole experience, both the holiday and their spiritual practice. But down in the English seaside town of Margate, there's a hotel that's tackling this exact problem head-on. And this is what Unico Hotels is all about. They've literally created a space that answers that big question we started with. The whole goal here isn't about compromise, it's about harmony. It's about letting a family be 100% present for their faith and for their vacation at the same time. Okay, so how do they actually pull this off? It's one thing to have good intentions, right? But this is all about really thoughtful, super specific design. So let's dive in and break down the key things that make it all work. All right, first up, and this is a big one, the hotel is Kedassia-approved. Now, if you're a guest who observes kosher laws, this certification, it's everything. It just completely removes all that stress of trying to find suitable food. It's a guarantee that everything meets the absolute strictest standards. It's like an instant signal of trust and, honestly, just total peace of mind. And that trust carries right on through to how they support Shabbat. It's basically a three-step approach. First, you've got the kosher food we just talked about. Second, the rooms themselves are actually adapted to work with Sabbath restrictions, which is brilliant. And third, they create this amazing community feel with shared meals, so guests can all observe together. It's really smart. But it's not just about the religious observances, At its core, this hotel is totally family-focused. They've really thought about all the practical stuff. You've got spacious rooms, dining that's easy to get to, and just this really warm, welcoming vibe for kids. And it's all right there on the coast. Of course, a hotel is never an island, right? It doesn't exist in a vacuum. And its location, being in Margate is a huge part of what makes this so appealing. Margate itself offers this fantastic mix of classic seaside fun and cool modern culture. So you can spend the day on the sandy beaches and then go explore these really unique spots, like the super mysterious Shell Grotto or even the world-class Turner Contemporary Art Gallery. And here's a crucial point. It's also incredibly practical. For families living in London, Margate is less than 2 hours away. Think about that. You can just escape the chaos of the city and be right by the sea in practically no time. That is a massive advantage for a weekend trip. So when you put all these pieces of the puzzle together, you've got the religious support, the family-friendly design, and that amazing location, you get what we can call the Unico difference. It's a really holistic, whole-picture way of thinking about what a hotel can be. And the difference is it's night and day, really. A typical holiday can be all about logistical stress, constantly having to compromise on your traditions. What Unico does is it replaces all that stress with peace of mind. It makes observance totally seamless, turning what could be just a place to stay into a genuinely restorative experience. The hotel's whole mission is captured perfectly in this one idea. It creates an experience that honors both spiritual practice and the need for leisure. And that dual focus, that idea of honoring both needs equally, that's what makes this whole thing so incredibly powerful. And I think it's really important to say, this isn't about being exclusive, not at all. Even though Unico provides this very tailored service for a specific community, they make it clear that they warmly welcome everyone. And that actually creates this really lovely, inclusive environment where thoughtful design just ends up benefiting all the guests, no matter what their background is. So this all brings us to one final, bigger question. The Unico model really proves that when you cater to a specific need, you can create a truly exceptional experience for people. So it makes you wonder, what other groups of travelers out there could benefit from this exact same level of thoughtful, detailed design? It's a pretty powerful reminder that maybe the future of hospitality isn't just one size fits all. Maybe it's in these beautifully designed, specific niches.